For the first time in more than a decade, the American Heart Association is changing the guidelines for high blood pressure.
As Chris Martinez reports, this means nearly half the U.S. adult population is living with hypertension and at an increased risk for heart disease and stroke.
Good blood pressure.
Charles Cronenwith has been working to lower his blood pressure for the last 10 years. Tens of millions more Americans will soon be learning they also have hypertension. The American Heart Association and American College of Cardiology are now defining a top reading of 130 or more or a bottom reading of 80 or more as high blood pressure. The old definition of high was 140 over 90.
Most of them just need to know they're at high risk, but they can manage that problem on their own.
The change is expected to have the biggest impact on men and women under the age of 45.
That would mean that they would have to exercise more, have a better diet, a diet that's low in sodium, restrict alcohol, and lower stress.
Under the new guidelines, 120 or less is still normal blood pressure, but up to 129 is considered elevated, and 130 begins different stages of high blood pressure and an increasing risk of heart attack and stroke. Even though 14% more people will be diagnosed with high blood pressure, only a small portion will take home prescriptions.
Preventing getting hypertension is much better than treating hypertension. It's good to treat it when it's there, but it is way better to prevent it.
Try to eat a heart-healthy diet and exercise.
Charles says he checks his blood pressure every day, and now more Americans will be getting instructions on how to do just that. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Santa Monica, California.
The new guidelines also emphasize making sure that the blood pressure readings are accurate. The authors of the study say blood pressure levels should be based on 2 or 3 readings at least 2 different times. Now, I recently had a blood pressure screening as part of a heart assessment test at the Rasmussen Center for Cardiovascular Disease Prevention. If you'd like to see that story and learn more about the importance of maintaining healthy blood pressure levels, you can visit WCCO.com/links.